So we press the feature structure of for there. And then up and we unique laser whitening. Unique laser whitening, our toothpaste was from Kwan. So did you choose here and ma was saying a year filter. Na a year filter no so no. Na a year and carbonic beer when no beer. Any tea stains, coffee stains, smoking stains beer. Unique laser whitening products. A beginning in air free summer, come. The only same product in me. Ubetu so. Now would you go or brush no so. Now the chuchu was in the swing na come out. Uria and who were no. General no sir. Into contact Unique Laser Whitening. Our 079-9979-2330. Unique Laser Whitening. Or say Muni Seso.
Your favorite way to send money to Ghana is back. We're excited to announce that Tap Send is back and better than ever. After a brief pause, we are happy to resume our mission of providing fast, affordable, and secure money transfers to Ghana. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Tap Send is working power. And remember, tell your loved ones abroad to send money through Tap Send to stand a chance to win big in the December Sambra promo. Tap Send. Papa no.
Young penny for who baby say, if you are seeing her, will be ma, will be check. Why not HL? So we'll pay IT, who they win ye, so we'll pay support. Slamm Technologies say your #1 partner. Your office will US in ye, your office will Ghana, so ye, your numbers ni good. So we should share IT classes, we will career coaching, we will support for business, cybersecurity, free. Na your partner, your back here, wow. Slamm Technologies, transformation with excellence. Phrases, ya baby, be around, wow.
Make we chop small, Delight Cocoa.
Delight Cocoa, the authentic, original taste of African porridge. Available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight Cocoa.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Adwumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Adwumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Adwumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.adwumapa.com.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at Englishi, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wejito booth and the West Hills Mall going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
It's Friday. We are about SVTV Africa. So, when we say Fridays, we are lawyer wisdom. Akao wise man solicitor program. So first time I show you, making sure so be follow you, subscribe to your channel. Tap subscribe. No send me I live. Ubenya notification. I don't mind be one with me as no be joining SVTV Africa family. Now I share link. No, so I'm on be. Or share YouTube, or share Facebook. I make sure so be share link. No, I'm on be. I mean, mo be a official pa. Official senior team come near one day. Na the other wakuma subia and sunyanko ya mountain. But the America de biane say 2 anamo. And now on enka say in paibon. Paibon the obon paio ni wia 2 anamo. Kakra. Ubedu. Inti many lawyer wisdom akaho Wiseman Solicitors eba be program ne hey me say na MBA phone line intum nti won number no me the number be to screen no so sisi a save so un save ya me nim say bi mo wo baby mo ha omuni save sa number we sisi a wo phone so person ne lawyer kasa straight or the updates be bread 2024 as ye ba be ended the year 2024 UK common e ba be di nti uni UK a emfre ana uni plans obeko UK a and UK come over friend now or Europe or America ni ade a when you are UK come and e ba be di to onu bi na UK sensem nkrata sem de ekoso wo update latest updates nyina na and 2024 come a ye di nyina ni ade a lawyer de be bro but be phone line so atum na wa friend na lawyer wa semi opese obisa na bibi kire wa adwen so na say uko how bi mu ni ade na opese very important opese obisa lawyer onim say lawyer say there akonya ne beba se obe from no mbeka se obuku appointment na den along obe break kakra ba me de me twa na to so na mumbisa no nti unua bi wo problem bi ohun de so ye ne ade a me ne lawyer aba so phone line na wo number na wo screen so na only WhatsApp call audio nti service ana man sisi a wo hwe wo screen so no save o phone so me ne lawyer ba na time ne du na me announce na wa frɛ question bi obesa obisa no ye ko 2025 issues e wo ho ade e se wo ye de wunim lawyer be kirew enti wonti ase so a wontimi type wo comment section so a obetimi afrɛ no na we bisa no enti ne me ne lawyer wisdom akawo Wiseman Solicitors but mo am follow and dey bia na me ka cha mo say ye will break enti ye break here 24th no enti yeso ye gi ahom kakra nyame ya adoma first week in January beba the action abremo ya boy eduma o mo nim the whole year back to back every day and see ye home kakra but many lawyer eba be wrap up for the year no as year 2024 and because what's new then e koso nti en kona many lawyer wisdom akaho Wiseman Solicitors embedin komo lawyer afishapa
DJ, I think over to yang, I think it's a nah, just why ye,
I be say na me dey hear me pa ne say me one day and then number one so one day and I obetimi change bibi na only and then na scan ba na o da ebi mo ho a ye celebrate Christmas ye ko bayi ni official pay nyina ebi mo da hospital.
It's true.
And then in Rona no which is sad.
Yeah.
Nti bompa ni say be nya one day. Nya one day if the one day na o won na be pesca no. Ti one day I hope say bibia boko Wiseman Solicitors lawyers amo nyina obia ho ye lawyer Bosontwe lawyer Amoa Rosemary ena little girl na me kasa and event say small lawyer
Prisla
any squad ni nyina obia ho ye na me also studio B ti me also bibia come o
yeah bibia the day me so me ma official office no dey obia ho ye obia ho ye anti adomonti bibia the ding anti I just want to use this opportunity na me de me yetifo omo amohwe omo efre omo sending messages ni nyina ye mamo nyina afishapa and ye bompa ye said me the man in sasu amayi afi sesebre no na deseni ade de wuka ye no ye da so ewa nkom ye won kwa na ye wa hoden a ne aka no eja no e de beka ho amayen. And I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and it's gone, but and a Happy New Year. My name is Nyame Ebema near Edda Yakumasu. Ewo Nyame Ankasana Kwamuno. Nina Ebebum. I always say, near one Nyame Aquamu, and in Nyame Aquamua, and your money emblem, but near one Nyame Aquam near Nyame Peno, and no, Enna emblem. Because near many of you say, Bemwa. And you would wish it had never happened. So in the will of God.
Nice one. Lawyer, what about the rapid the year 2024? Yeah, about the 2025 mo. Sana misi kan no. Me the phone number be too screen so save it. Na menya bo pen na wafre WhatsApp call. Save na man now show screen so sisi ano. Saving as SVTV Africa. Na so bit be saving as DJ Nyame. The opposite of saving as SVTV Africa. And then me person umbisa lawyer, ask lawyer, umbisa lawyer questions. Mo UK. Wow, so Ghana, o plan so be ko UK. Ana bibi o person umfa UK bia ana say bibi e cost bia e discuss the year ni nyina. O first time ni bibi o person ubisa ne bia obetimi ebisa ti save number no. Nya ka say prepare no afre e WhatsApp, o fre direct ya emma. Ko fre direct emma. E WhatsApp. And our fresh na ebi wa na ma observe bi say one line etimi jame. It is all friend na miss call kra me miss me throw back. O friend na miss caller me throw back. Don't worry, say oh friend na ajame. And also pa bet me say I send a message. Please call or please pick me. The obey bi an me hu message na WhatsApp na me throw. Na no lawyer ka say lawyer. Yeah, be wrap it up 2024. Then there was UK in Sensem. What's new? Can be China. Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, be phone line. And I'm just a month for be super flow.
Me that say. Yo, Ebiom Yakasa Bebre about many topics through the year. But and then me person me this some very important informations be to ho. So we will be from home in this area. Please call those numbers or contact those departments that I'm going to put out here. Very important. The first one has to do with the e-visa. E-visa. And the numbers be to ho. The email addresses be ever to ho. And our websites been so ever to ho. These are informations you would need. The second one here, younger, the skilled worker visa, and so health and care are revoking your sponsor's license. And Munimnia, a home office actually said your sponsor's license has been revoked, and at one case, so you've been affected because the sponsor's license has been revoked. Abanisanunti won't so affect you. But in a case like this, your visa is still valid. Confirm timer, we get another letter from another department from the Home Office. Now, this is very, very important. Yenya department PR, omotemebua nkofua, almost sponsorship license has been revoked, and their COS has also been affected. So I'm going to put this detail out there for you to please contact them, and I believe that they'll be able to help you. So my main for health and care, and starting first. Number one, so we are ubi, I will chrome ha, nasa, who health and care, and so. If you want to sponsor and a buyer, sponsor and say they be chrome, they want to me ends na, and to a packing in your manner or qua. One are very dependent now, one are we dependent now. Your visa would be affected because you're dependent on the main applicant. Since the main applicant if you from her and I will need her, who are we dependent now, your leave will be affected. Now, in a situation like that, a ding na SSA we near SSA we either say over pay a different sponsorship. Now I'm moving. Now you're a dependent, but you become a main applicant yourself. In that case, you are not going to be affected. We trying compare time visa ne ewu pay now wabaye overstay. And the Home Office ama information, very important information be omama a department, your from Department for Health and Social Care. Department for Health and Social Care. Nti we will be now with you and I will be our situation we want. Please write this down. Department for Health and Social Care. Department for Health and Social Care. That is DHSC. DHSC. Department for Health and Social Care. Now, this company or this department funds 15th International Recruitment Regional Partnership across England. That is, it is a department which sponsors or which funds 15 international recruitment regional partnerships across England. Now, if you contact this department for health and social care, na uma your sponsor's license has been revoked and you received a letter from the Home Office. It says you have to, of course, you have to switch to another sponsor. They will assist you. It is not guaranteed, but this is an information the Home Office has provided to us that you can contact this department. Ɛnyɛ yɛn ɛna ɛkɔhwehwɛ yɛ, ɛnyɛ adamfo bi anaa onua bi. Woyɛ Home Office fo ankasa ankasa na ɛde ama yɛn say. Sɛ woyɛ obi you've been affected by the revocation of your sponsor's license and subsequently once COS now has been affected, one contact Department for Health and Social Care. It is an organization that funds 15 international recruitment regional partnerships. Ombetome Abwao Nawanya, a different sponsor. Once a different sponsor, you will be able to move to that sponsorship. Either you're a dependent or you're the main applicant, please contact them and I'm sure they will be able to help you. Very important. Go to Google and enter Department for Health and Social Care. Now, there are different regional ones. Now, remember London for email. That of London, the email address for London, is london.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. This is the London one, the closest one to where we operate from. So it is london.internationalrecruits@Camden, camden.gov.uk. So let me read out the whole email address. LONDON, that is London dot international, as in international, INTERNATIONAL, recruits, RECRUITS, at Camden, CAMDEN.gov.uk. London.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. All one word, no space in between them. London.internationalrecruits. International recruits is together. International recruits at camden.gov.uk. Please contact them, email them your full name and all your necessary details, your full name, your date of birth, your telephone number, your house address. Send this to them and make them understand that your sponsor's license has been revoked and you received a letter from the Home Office which says you have to receive another letter from the Home Office, and the Home Office has directed that one will contact them to see if they can get you a sponsorship. They'll be more than happy to assist you. Now to me, Ejinasu, Asrichi, to another option, another route. So that is very, very important. This information is very, very recent. So please contact them. Number 2, the e-visa. Yaka want some. Now we were all aware, sir, and 31st of December. That is in 4 days' time, and every year the deadline. Now, so thankfully, Home Office for my extension to the 31st of March 2025. So that is 3 months extension. Mient now and 21st, 31st March dear ewa and see me train Ubashia na 31st of March na aba na wonya hwee and you'll be stranded again. To avoid that, Mr. Mwa Obia SSA Uya Evis. In fact, the last time I checked my records or I read from the Home Office relevant site, almost about 3.1 million people a year on e-visa applications. About 3.1 million people and a year on e-visa applications. So it means a huge number of people a year. But kakrana akano men trying emma deadline and 31st of December 2025 is the new deadline. And to me the numbers be air to her say, oh yeah, now you are stranded and I want to mean to us one. Please contact this numbers or please call the Home Office through these numbers. The Home Office AMA a dedicated telephone number. It is UKVI Resolution Center. UKVI Resolution Center. So this is it. Mondays to Fridays, they open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. GMT. And then weekends and UK bank holidays, they open from 9:30 to 4:30. Mondays to Friday, it is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Weekends and UK bank holidays is 9:30 to 4:30 GMT. So these are the numbers. It's 0300 790 6268. 0300 790 6268. Message Subium 0300 790 6268 and you select option 3. Option number 3 0300 790 6268. Now I select option number 3. Now you will get to speak to somebody. Or you call this number 0203 875 4669. 0203 875 4669. Please call these two numbers. Call these two numbers to speak with the UKVI Home Office for no say oh yeah fee waiver not fee waiver oh yeah e-visa and you are stranded. Please contact this these two numbers Media to Jano. They will be able to help you. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturdays, weekends, and bank holidays, it's 9:30 to 4:30 p.m. GMT. Those are the details. 0300 790 6268 and 0203 875 4669. These are the numbers for the Home Office. Now, there is another organization. They are called Migrant Help. Migrant Help. They help migrants. Their email is evisa, that is E as in echo, VISA at migranthelpuk.org. E-visa at migranthelpuk.org. So it is EVISA at migranthelpuk.org. This is their email address. evisa@migranthelpuk.org. If you contact them, they will be able to assist you if you have any problems with e-visa application. Our telephone number is 074 831 70 100. 074 831 70 100. 074 831 70 100. They are migrant help. They are migrant help, and who contact you, man, they will be able to give you the needed assistance. There is another one. It's a website. If you want to report any issues with your e-visa, please go to www.evisa-problems.org.uk. www.evisa-problems.org.uk. There is a link from there. I'll wait to send the Home Office email, and they will be able to assist you to, of course, get e-visa problems resolved. Bear in mind, sir, the deadline ends 31st of December, and now 31st of March 2025. And please bear that in mind. Now, sir, all too quiet, if you need to travel and you have a problem with your airline because they are not going to accept your e-visa, this is what you have to do. Take this number and give it to your carrier, the airline carrier, that they should contact the Home Office to ascertain or to confirm that is if you have any problem with the airlines, either BA, United, Ethiopia Airline, South African Airline, or any of the airlines you are traveling with, and you have a problem with them because of your e-visa, if they are not accepting your card or anything, number way Emma won't, so that they can contact the Home Office themselves and ascertain whilst you are there. When you are they can check it with you. And I will do airports or almost my own to because you haven't proved enough. So I sit now. Please give them this number. The telephone numbers are 0300 369 0610. 0300 369 0610. Mesam Susubium 0300 369 0610. Now, this is the number for the airline carriers to call the Home Office. And you cannot get any headway, but airline the Home Office will be able to respond to them. Their second number is 0204 619 6020. 0204 619 6020. And the lines are available 24/7 because airlines fly across the globe all the time, 24/7. So there's no time, like I said, the airline has gone to sleep or all planes are not flying. No. And because the Home Office in them time, a particular airline will call and see only dedicated telephone numbers, 24/7 line. The airlines can call them if they have any problem with the passengers' travel document. So that is it. We did this a show. In the event, will carry an airline carrier an essay problem or was it none one. Pama na friend Home Office na beteme abwam. Maybe another website ever to her. If you have any difficulties or you want to go online to update your status yourself, please go on to www.gov.uk/ guidance forward slash using dash your dash UK dash visas dash and dash immigration dash account. So using your UK visa and immigration account is one long word, but you put dash between every word. So it is www.gov.uk forward slash guidance forward slash using dash your dash UK dash visas dash and dash immigration account. So like I said, it is one long, or they are different words, but they are all connected with dash 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 dash. Using your UK visas and immigration account are different words, but you connect them with dash 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 dash. And wokɔ hɔ a wobɛtumi akyɛke what is up with your UKVI account, or you can link your status, you can link your travel document to your account. So that is very important. I think I have given you everything I need to give you. You have to work with it yourself, you have to run with it. I've given you the telephone numbers for the Home Office 24-hour. I've given you the 24-hour ones for the airlines. I've given you the Home Office one for you to call yourself between 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then weekends between 9:30 to 4:30. You can contact the Home Office. I've given you the Migrant Help e-visa email account a number, and I've also given you a telephone number 074-83170-100. And I've also given you the email to, if you have any problem, you have to report any issue, you can also go to the www.evisa/problems.org.uk to help you with identifying and raising systemic problems with the e-visa. So these are some important informations I thought I should put out there. Another very important thing, the younger EU dependency visa lesu. Ebia wo papa na de ubaye ana wo mame na de ubaye na wo auntie bi na de ubaye. Wo baye no niama anko ye nti woni na ntimi antena for the 5 years ansa na wo betime akwakwaje wo indefinite. Previously, say wofi wo mame nkyɛn ana wofi wo papa nkyɛn na 5 years ne so a na wantimi ankyerɛ sɛ woni na atena ana ɔno na ɛhwɛ wo a wontimi nkyerɛ dependency na Home Office for refuse your application, because on bɛka sɛ wo kora di ma wo no wotimi yɛ adwuma wo kora wogye sika sɛ wo papa ana wo mame na wo ne ne bɛtena ano ebia wo papa no ɔgye 1,500 wogye £2,700 a month nti hena ɛna ɛhwɛ hena. And the Home Office etimi refuse application a lot, but thankfully case foforɔ bi aba is a case of R. Ali versus the Secretary of State. R. Ali and the Secretary of State. Now, that case, I give you the full citation. R into bracket Ali, the Secretary of State for the Home Department, square bracket 2024, EWCA Civil 1546. And no any case citation. Way and court of appeal kind of said obi ebae as a dependent oni papa anane maame so obae no na se one man asetna se ontimi nye adwuma once watimi amana asetna se onye adwuma no you can't go back say ontina ni papa so ana oni ni maame entina. So dependency is overridden by the right to work. In other words, the right to work has overcome the requirement for dependency. The Nyomu kind of said dependency is required at the point of the application. And at the time we had first application, that was when dependency was important. Once with the amount of sisters say wait me akwa yejuma no. Won't me expect this any pan yejuma not still no or that so and any papa and any mame and that so and the requirement to work, the right to work overrides the right to show dependency. So let me just give you a brief background to this case law. The appellant, Lipana or the case he called court no, from Bangladesh, born on 22nd September 1994. Or your application for EU family permit, and a demand on the 17th of November 2014 as a direct family member of Nimame, an Italian national with residence rights in the UK. An EEA family permit was issued once I do UK no, and I'm demand on EU family residence card. And once he arrived in the UK, he was issued residence card on the 21st of September 2015 up until the 21st of September 2020, conditional upon the applicant remaining dependent on the mame, say odasu and in mame eti and ani mame na dasu no. By the time now, we try 5 years, now we try 21 years. Now, the applicant applied or application to the EU settlement scheme as a relevant family member on the 9th of October 2018. At this date, he said, we try 21 years. And the Home Office for a kind say, on yet abufra biometrics, so or say on any papa and on any mammy in this particular case on any mammy, and that's what tell any mammy and that's what extra. And the Home Office was because on no way mammy in China or engineering qualification, warring so and are all living their own personal and independent life no. And yeah, dear, what me actually say on any mammy and that's what and see, almost refuse say application no. Or the first year tribunal, a hononso, and ye or Lucy, or they call the High Court a hononso or Lucy, and or they call Court of Appeal, and a Court of Appeal say, once our money panels craft us on ye jumano, won't to me expect this is still no on any mammy, and a dasso eti, and a dependency should still be on any mammy, and a dasso, a woho, and any mammy, and a dasso extra. And non take set. Good news for young Ayebru more than 21 years. Ye papa, I didn't mammy no more. Ye EU family member dependence. So, case ni say to say no, so when you're dependent in poor, who bet to me a application. Actually, say what now come for 5 years. I don't take the Home Office and to me and refuse say what application. R. Ali and the Secretary of State for the Home Department. Very, very good case. Ever work, refuse to intake. So me may refuse your application that because when to me actually dependency on upapa and our so when to me actually dependency. Not to say what the case beno ubet to me a new application and you cite this law. I catch your Home Office for say court in the Court of Appeal say once when your mommy are sitting 7 year jumano, you can't expect me to still be dependent on my mother or on my father. And my situation once met me just come out for 5 years now. As a some of my may indefinitely to remain. So that is very, very excellent. So DJ, these are some of the very, very interesting developments. Abba, I thought I should let all my good people know so that Gamia Dumwa 2025 we will start on a very, very great note. Now, before DJ, before the questions start coming, maybe one or two updates, just a few summary of near and then near what we expect in 2025 as well. DJ, next year, in a few days from now, next week, Wednesday, I believe, is the first. Yes, next week, Wednesday is the first, and I wish it would be a happy new year in advance. From next week, Wednesday, the laws will still continue as it is now. Upesa uwaria, marriage applications will still continue. Now, yet near it was 18,600, only accorded 29,000 pounds. Now, Conservative government was looking to take it to 35,000 pounds, but thankfully the Labour government is still keeping it at 29,000 pounds. What will change next year? We hope they will not take it to 35,000 pounds because and yet Ubiana everything I made that 35,000 pounds. As a matter of fact, even the 29,000 pounds, a lot of people are struggling to meet that. Until we hope that the 35,000 pounds will not come to pass. That is one. Number two, student visas. Uber saw your application, Uber in the UK as a student. please continue to carry on with your application. Go look for your school, get your university, make your deposit, run your account for 28 days, get all the necessary documentations, apply for your visa, you come and you come and attend school. Ubadu Chrome Hansu again, Emrano say, so overdo UK ha, not for whatever reason, your circumstances do change, you can again switch to become a parent or a partner if your circumstances do change. Genuinely, who UK ha. So marriage visas from Ghana is still applicable. Nothing has changed. Appendix FM section L section EC-C. Edaso ewo ho. So di yire ukuno uma edi eba beteme edi aba. Appendix FM again as a child of obi a wo UK. Ebia wo ba no wo Ghana, wo 2.5 years wo UK. Wo beteme di wo ba aba abeka wo ho. Anan wo ba no ye British citizen or Ghana. Wo nso wo ha wo ne asetina. Se sa na eti a wo ma wo ba ne bebeka wo sa wa ha. Wo beteme agina no nso so na wo dia your application. Anampo wo kra wo Ghana, wo ba na ye British citizen. Wo ne wo ba na wo Ghana. Wo ne utime bo modern na wo ne be do UK ha. Wo ba na wo ye under 18. Na o started school and o register in GP. Wo beteme afa wo ba ne so na wo beteme anya wasetina wo krom ha. The law is as it is. Nothing has changed. Now, sir, indefinite leave to enter and indefinite leave to remain. Na sir, what a back or outsider, Ubano, onye British, or non so a Ghana and it is a wa. Nanso sa wo krom ha na wo indefinite. Na o your application ama wo ban amana ba. Ono no your money indefinite leave to enter and yet 2.5 years maybe. That law has not changed. Paragraph 297 of the immigration rules is still good law. Nothing has changed. And the Easter set where 2.5, no what your home office casano. So over to me trying now when indefinite. That's a one 18 years, sir. By the time when you're indefinite now. Yes, then you can apply for Ubano Amanaba na or no or the indefinite leave to enter at the Abba. And now Emranus who chrome ha only papa no wo ho ana only mama no wo ho papa no ne ba abaako e wo outside the UK e di abofra no ono kwa ne wo ho papa no so na okra indefinite wo ha ana okra British citizenship wo ha emra ne kire se wotime ma papa ne ba na owo outside owo Ghana no otime di indefinite leave e bedum a wo a wo ne papa no ete no won so wetme afa wa ba no ma no so no na won so wo di anya wa setina. So that is how the law provides for people in such a situation. Mame Sisubio, Abia, Akos, any kweku eti together. Akos, any kweku na waha, kweku ewo ba, ewo Ghana. Kweku bano, ekra indefinite, or Ghana name, but kweku kra indefinite. So kweku betini your application, money bana or Ghana no, at the indefinite leave, abe remwa. Because abofranikwa indefinite leave nenti, Akos, only kweku teno. A course bet me afa kweku ene ni ba no so no so e de anyana sitna ewo ekrom ha. Very interesting combination. So that is what the law says. It hasn't changed. It is still working. That is what the law says. Tier 2, maka skilled workers, construction workers, prison officers. Of course, if you are coming as a teacher, is there. If you are coming as an IT engineer, is there. If you are coming in different categories, those laws are still there. Still, we are going to go ahead to apply these laws in our applications in 2025. We are believing that there may be changes as we go along, but these laws have not changed. And so what to expect in 2025 is we'll keep making applications based on these laws that are here. Charity visa. So Upesoba UK as a charity worker, look for a charity, an organization that is a charitable organization. Now they have sponsorship license. So amamo visa application, license na uba ebeye ejuma. And again, once you are working with circumstances, circumstances, it can mean a lot of stuff. It can mean say wa uba, abe sha odofo wa ha, wa sha uba, and wa uba okroma, and odofo no uba. Some scenarios are genuine scenarios where you can base an application on Uyiri and Awukuno even though you're on a charity visa, your circumstances have changed, you are able to switch into that category as well. So that is what it is. The laws, as they stand, yakasa about parent root, Appendix FM Section LTRPT, ɛwɔ hɔ still no, yɛbɛtumi ayuse ɛno nso ɛde ayɛ adwuma 2025. 20 years long residence, 20 years long residence. So what na krom ha for 20 years. Na evidence that would eventually say what na krom for 20 years. And Brandon said eventually application for you under Appendix PL. Wetumi anya wasit na ɛwɔ krom ha. When you 2.5 years na now say again, your circumstances do change. You are able to switch from 10 years to 5-year route. So now wetumi anya wasit na ɛwɔ krom ha. So these are some of the rules that we applied in 2024. Majority have not changed. Those that have changed, we've mentioned them. And so, students, spouse, tier 2, tier 4, of course, those who are here as minister of religion. Well, sorry, I was sponsorship license. Now, I bet not from Hanaya Juma with them, or video camera operator in the church. Now, sorry, no work sponsorship license. They can apply for you to come and join them and work with them. Now, so that is what it is. I've talked about domestic workers. Now, domestic worker, if you're winning with boss and a Ghana, with boss no air holiday, as a domestic worker in a private household. Do here, of course, and Brano was said, so it's when you boss and it's not, then of course that's a different matter. Our boss never call now one person of course, that will come with its repercussions. But of course, when you speak to a lawyer, they will advise you as to what not to do or what to do. Appendix P. Ubani this 7 years, I'm running set apply for indefinite leave for that child. Interesting. Abufrano 10 years, apply for British citizenship for the child. Abufrano, who are indefinite and son of Ubana a British citizen straight away. Ukra British citizen and son of Ubana a British citizen straight away. Ukra British passport. And other than by descent, now Uba outside the UK, Umani a British citizen straight away. Ntiamono with British passports and Amudi. So these are some of the rules and the laws and the acts using Eddie Ejuma in 2024. 2025, very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. I expect that to be some very good updates, very interesting developments. Yebetmedi abo yen amount for who buying ewo krom ha na ejidi se wo krom ha na so woni asit na nyame ya adumwa 2025, we did say some changes will come. Let me first so now yet a year a Jumano a Mayan call for. DJ, I think I will leave it at that and take questions if we have any at all. Now a year application.
Okay. Lawyer Wisdom Akaoye, that's it. In the meantime, motion phone number and I started yes, I feel I joining and they share live program and then Lawyer Wisdom Akao Wiseman Solicitors as year ended the year 2024, no, you could write 2025 and we'll be joining and their own number now show screen so no. Saving number enough for lawyers to see our questions be episode be sana where you can come on AD into it me a friend no. Bibi chere wa doing so bibi I hope say ubisa lawyer. Nti ubetimi afre na ma na o screen so no na we bisa no, but in the meantime lawyer me questions be or comment section I started with that. It's a course ni bi ba na mama oni ni pana kasa nti se na me ka na ubetimi afre lawyer ufre WhatsApp audio ufre a saving na man na frɛ saving as SVTV Africa na frɛ ufre a only lawyer be kasa straight. But in the meantime menko comment section na menhwɛ mo so much traba no lawyer obetimi akenkan ama omo, so yen started with that na course ne ba na ya switch into lawyer akenkan ne yenkɔ.
Yo, but I'll say lawyer, please, a friend in the armed forces is due for his citizenship in February, but his visa expired and after 4 months got it renewed through exceptional assurance. Can he still apply for the book? A friend in the armed forces is due for his citizenship in February, but his visa expired and after 4 months got it renewed through exceptional assurance. Well, I believe he can, depending on what the exceptional circumstance was or what the exceptional circumstances were. So I would love to see what those were, and I will be able to advise.
Okay. Lawyer, I am picking way na we are now answer no. The what answer nipa no. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's you, lawyer to you.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Pastor. Mibacho, my question is me a British citizen and I'm co-worry me free Ghana by.
Okay.
Now, Mibacho, person me bisa say right now my wife for indefinite leave to remain as a spouse. Now, Mibacho, me to apply for British passport for her directly, and I say I have to still go through the indefinite leave to remain and sign my British passport.
Yeah, without say, once within about within 5 years or indefinite leave to remain, SSR will go through the naturalization route for her, and you have to naturalize her. You have to apply for naturalization under Section 6, Schedule 1-2 of the British Nationality Act of 1981. So you can't go straight to the British passport. You go through the naturalization first before you go for the British passport. Thank you.
Okay. It's a lawyer. Say, oh, friend me, na only lawyer kasana. Ebi a answer to first call na o friend ya holding on we are na pick you na also what you aso. It's a lawyer na all kind comments na o yi ano na call ne buy. It's in between is an ebe no.
Yes, thank you. And now me say I need to see the exceptional circumstances under which your money extension no? Because oseni visa ni ewe it expired and after 4 months got it renewed. So did he send it to the home office and it expired while it was at the home office? If that is the case, then technically it's not expired because Section 3C protects the person. But a one in 4 months that was an audit, then that can be said as a period of unlawfulness in the UK. But I need to see the reason for the refusal and when the application was made and under the circumstances under which it was granted. I'll be able to advise if I have these three things. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Matthias Frimpong. Good evening, and Merry Christmas to you too. A friend applied for EU family permit in July and has not got any update yet. Please, when can he expect a decision? Well, there is a whole lot of delay with the EU family permit, with the EU settlement scheme applications. So July till now, yes, it's about let's say 6 months or so, 6, 7 months. Uh, what I will say is, my name contacting Home Office. I can give you a number later.
Okay, lawyer, you pick call away we are now answer no. Hello. Yeti o lawyer ti o.
Hello. Oh, lawyer, we dey that's the more official pound so only DJ Nyame Adwumapa mo ye boy ya we you be na be yes anytime be Friday be no be spend the time na church ni me that was pa. Lawyer, Mr. Wa me question is see anu me person me apply for school. And be say me who a procedures no say like we apply na in school na how we go about it and will you add the dependent to the school application or I just wanted to explain you can grammar lawyer.
Yo, thank you. Thank you too very much for thanking us. We thank God for giving us life and health. As long as we are here, we will be of assistance to our people as much as we can. Now, OPEC schooler set a master's degree and now PhD. Now a research. Say a researcher, what me do dependence at the account. But if it is taught, you are coming to learn, taught, and not to research, and they want to make for dependence and for income. If it is taught, no dependence. If it is research, then you can add dependence. So what you do is go online and search for the universities in the UK, a lot of them. A lot of them in the Midlands, in the close to London, around London, and all over the country. A few were Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, all those places. Now, share course our person here. So, which course do you want to do, and which universities offer that course, or which university offers that course? So, first of all, the course you are interested in reading. Secondly, the universities that offer that course or those courses you want to read. Thirdly, look at the amount, the fees you have to pay, the tuition fee, and then the living expenses. Let's just say sikasan ena omo here, and you have to have you have to apply to them, and more admission and more conditional offer. You need to run your account for 28 days. You must have a certain amount of money in your account for 28 days. You shouldn't fall below the required amount. I can't give a specific amount because every university and what they require. But once you run it for 28 days, then you have your CAS, I believe. You go and apply to the UK visa for the UK visa. Now it's me about UK as a student. He said I can Uber as a top student. I won't in fact dependent Emma, but Uber as a research student. You can bring your dependency. So go through the process, look for the school, get the course, get the cost, get the course, and get the cost, and run account 28 days. Get all the necessary documents, submit your application. Your visa should be granted. No wait never. I will see idea or UK.
Okay, hello, yes you.
Hello, lawyer. You dey more finish up. No, Adwumapa, only DJ Moody. I'm so baby na me maame wɔ Ghana ma man invitation manaba na me a British citizen na me pese me hwɛ sɛ metimi ma betimi agyina me so enye 2.5 years and as a kwan bɛɛ so betimi afa so mɛyɛ no.
Yo, me da semenia. But your mama did feel saying
But my maame was 62 years.
62 years. Okay. Before the 9th of July 2012, now it was possible, says Mame and Papa Ebedu Chrome ha, you are able to make application for them to remain in the UK straight away without any problems. Once or more UK, but almost the same Emrano from the 9th of July 2012. Almost say, answer na oba ababetina Chrome ha, just a uchrenia maybe. Anaasɛ wosi ɔmba ɛmbɛsra wo a ɛneɛ ɔba bɛsra na wasan akɔ sɛ time no so na wankɔ a ɛneɛ na wabɛda ne overstay ɛnde gye sɛ ɔtena ha for a very long time ansa na wɔtumi ayɛ application. And when I mean a long time, I mean a long time, 20 years long residence. Anaa gye sɛ there's some serious medical reason nti na wopɛ sɛ ɔtena kɔma nti you need all those medical evidence from the GP, from the consultants, to base on that to make an application. Say, oh mama, and this you have to show something I call AIDS, AIDS. And yeah, AIDS in American AIDS. A stands for age. How old is your mom? I, is there any illness? D, is there any disability? S, is there any way you can prove that even with your support, there is nobody back home to look after your mom? So A stands for age, I stands for illness, D stands for disability, S stands for support. If you can prove all these things, then you may be able to apply for her from outside to come back to join you here, not while she's in the UK. While she's in the UK, you may be able to apply if you have some evidence of serious medical condition. She's been treated for and also receiving, she's receiving treatment and she needs to keep on receiving treatment. Then in that case, over to me, Ejinasu, Edia. But it is 50-50 when it comes to Article 8 medical conditions. It's not guaranteed, it's 50-50. My brother, thank you.
Okay, caller, next caller, but wait me akasa lawyer ya na waban local base kakra international no do so do. Yeah.
What the same was Studio B into you know what I'm saying?
Obey it you.
And you made ma adwene mo dwuma pa moye
It does. Super.
na bese buso lawyer say
Yeah.
2019 na meba UK na basically for asylum or airport for na omu jam no omanfa me book na ama me nti esi ama me krata asem no me hu hawa me si bia me kwa me nya me krata me de betina kromate me busa lawyer say start say na me kuna me si nya me krata me de betina kromate because omu ji me book no and omu say mint me nya adwuma every week bia asem ko san wo nearby police station be but me buy no so ma ko san nti ama me ni any ways of me bia na you but me busa say kwa me nya me krata
We are ways and means wrong. We are ways and means. That's very important. And we have, to be honest with you, say, we can't and your module book now and Chebe and Pamo. It doesn't make anything. And you want to say, much here 2 months. Book media, they can hold on to it. No, the most important thing is that the module book is some way assessment. You know, say, as I said, the Mawa, almost so much normally work very easy for them. But once I was a one consigning to there, of course, you are fine. But as a circumstance, and also circumstance, my example, just an example. I think a month or so ago, I encountered Obiana or no, or by an Oseke asylum. And Oseke asylum, no, of course, not all reported, but January ebe 5th of January na we twa 20 years enti ono saa no omo refusing asylum na omo si onko ne book no omo ho ono kra onye yekrom ni from Nigeria omo si onko but ya catch and say look 5th January is just around the corner na ya bobo bibia no already ya bobo bibia no to 20 years ni super ya application e dia ma no perfect wono enti saa ne pay enkade a owoba and the ban here British. Even though so was secure asylum and successful, you wait me for the ban so application. Amano. And I idea and Kawari, Obama Bia, Obama ni Woba, and the ban under 18 years. Now, Abufana by any step child, and no soon can possible say, you wait me for the ban so Eddie, application. The Jesus any American, Uti, I say. So ways and means no within the law, no, a bina, my wobo so say. If your circumstance do change and you fall within one of these requirements, certainly you better to me application at the amount. Book now one dear. Don't worry about the book no. Near over so no and no na here. Because who application now, your home office reference number no. Near try to say your passport has been retained by the home office under this reference number. For you passport no, and they are to renew file so anyhow.
Okay. Enti Mami Piki, hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Bacho etio.
Ma sa so aba bi meti asem na lawyer ka no. But say no. Mesia lady bi a meneneti a menena wo baako. But lady no so no obi aye ntunkuni awale. Hello.
Metie.
Na lady no so ne mesi masa so baby lawyer asem no kan mate but mesia lady bi a ono so ne obi aye awale British ni aye awale a omonte ekuntunkuni awale no maye. Na me na wo baako.
And two person what should I say? Lady Nafa, Nikun Nechi, and on you wow, sir. Okay. And in a oh, Jaisa. Okay. And oh.
Oh no, kasa as lawyer titie no, enya dia wo kasa, nya ware, for say ware. Wa fa do wa ware na wa fa de chi. Oni na akwaye we na oni akwaye show na oni na wo. Okay, titie de obeka. Titie de obeka.
Yeah, na me na wo.
Titie de lawyer beka cho.
Okay. And ti u ne wo kira me say, wa wo ne mpa se fa mame oni obi wa ware kan. And I won't so oni na kwahye ho and I only now. And I will pray. Papa no Usha Emrana under section 50, subsection 9A no, of the British Nationality Act 81. And say,
Yeah.
Abufrani Papa, any Abufrani Mami Ekuno. And Timbramono, Abufrani Papa ni ye, Mami na, Abufrani Mami awaren, Papa na Abufrani Mami awaren no. And Abufrana Papa Ekra British citizenship. In that case, as a set, Abufrana so British by the definition of the rules. So ne maame efa ne beisu na onya ne 2.5 years se bibinti ne America ne tie ye se asem bi besi na se maame yi eni papa yi ntamu tete na se sa ware na antimi antoa so biom na se ose wo na obeware na one wo eware a remember se abanoma no eye wo abofra no maame ne ba na ye wo abanoma wetumi afa wo abanoma ne so na wo nso wo di anya wasetna because abofra na maame ne wo first no oye papa ba ko ne ba because emra ne kire se abofra papa eye ni maame ekuno at the time na ye wo abofra no ni maame no waware sa papa ne nti ono ene abofra papa ono kra indefinite ana kra british ano nti abofra ye british ni maame fa so enya na sitna relationship no men cancer relationship should break down but the relationship need break it down in the future now in as we go along na se maame say one na opel one no ever worry bi one abofra na be wa ba no ma wo so betimi afa wo maame no ene wa ba no ma no so na wo so anya wa sitna so one no sa wo foforo kan wo kra dia ene na ama agro na is solid tisenia ss ekono me gidi senia maka no DJ me gidi senia maka no what you say.
Hello, next caller, ATO.
Hello, DJ.
Bajo ATO.
Okay, DJ, the me will be saying say, who are UK? Na say, if you drive without, if you commit traffic offense like driving without license, can it affect your indefinite leave to remain?
Yes, it could. Now, what happens is this: it's mostly the with British citizenship application. We look at character, your character, and when we talk about character, just say I will sue any will buy. Saturday, why you driving offense 1, 2, 3, 4, driving without license, etc. And no say do British citizenship application. You share with character. With your indefinite, no, you have to disclose it. You have to disclose it. Maybe this say a one-off. Maybe this say maybe the first time, or it is just something that happened once. Disclose it on the form. Episasa, have you been involved in X, Y, Z, or fined for etc.? Please disclose it. Who disclose here? Because a be a one-off and I just once, no, it is very likely, sir, it may not affect indefinite leave application. If you don't disclose it, they will say it by all means because they do a lot of checks. They will find out. And if they find out themselves, no, Ombe use it against you because you have withheld information. Ombe Jina paragraph 320 so now Ombe they refuse so. But please disclose it and I'm sure it will be considered na Ombe ma will indefinite no anyway. Okay.
Okay, all right. Next caller. It's you.
Hello.
Hello.
Lawyer, me person me bisa say me wo EU na me to me de me niema na ware will be wo na.
Who are UK ha na wo
Me patcha me wo UK ha. Na me wo EU document.
Who are equivalence?
Me de warrior, me to me the warrior na, but me wo pre-settlement me enye settlement ankasa.
Equivalence na ofi.
Me wo Italy na me ba ho 4 years.
Into your Italian national, right?
Me patcha you.
Okay. So ukra Italian passport not in addition to announce ukra pre-settled status. who UK ha, who ye Juma, your presence is here. Who question is over to me worry and my answer is yes.
Exactly.
Over to me worry. And when I say we are you
I'm a really class so we need bia.
Who's a
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I will say lawyer and someone how can I be?
And I'm sister Obani Nikrata. With nene warrior obetimi enya bi.
Oban so UK ha na
Me patra wo UK ho.
when any waba
There be any ba.
and ye want to me enya because on only krata ne wunti emrani kyerɛ gye sɛ okopie ansa na wasan aba ɛyɛ ade anka wo ne waba a no problem onko bibia ana wo waba na ɔno abɛyɛ abofra no step mother ɛno nso onko bibia but because abofra ne monti and there is no insurmountable obstacle if you are reading the hunti because we want to know to mean to pan emrani kyerɛ sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔsan kɔ Ghana ansana wasa application sɛ ɔba abɛtena ne kunu nkyɛn and can the visa ne nwuye a ɛne deɛ ɛnka possible if it is not a visit visa ɛnka possible sɛ ɔbɛyɛ application na wɔtena mu anaa nka yɛmfi yiyi no mu a ɛnka possible sɛ ɔbɛware no na wayɛ wɔ UK but because yɛfi yiyi no mu ne visa ne wu abofra nim yare bi anim no nti ɛsɛ ɔkɔ ansa wasan aba as a spouse.
Okay, next caller. Mo akwa ba yeti o.
Okay, make us UK abonte so according to be precise.
Thank you.
All right, masem ni say obi a okita nkrata odi rekruma home office ene man no san nkrata no COS no but obedru ye ne maybe we man COS be say 5 years but obedru ye less than 1 year ye revoke your license no it me question na maybe gina so am say lawyer ntimi gina so enye bibi na ye fight against home office ana because home office na year in hwehwe mu no and who say company ni ye lawyer and no issue license the man no ntimi a maybe re mu de fa me ho ben my bomb maker dey be reminti anka we revoke your license so me na me team no problem ben the woman so answer na was say omo ye dey omo ma me ye dey me call out of the country within that 60 days into me question no say be ya lawyer ntimi ngina ni fight against your ban for me am right na home office
very good question but I have to say near wako worry oba abofra ne papa eso me ban ni me dina ma worry no wo dina kofie unfortunately 1 year 2 years 3 years obane onwuba wako ni papa was onim say we be onwuba na wo dina mama how is the old man supposed to know say Lebano cannot give birth? He can't know. So at the time now home office a year search on that company now woman is the sponsorship license. The company was in good standing. It was based on that information and non take and only sponsorship license man. Somewhere along the way, the company now drifted off from being in good standing and affected woman. And of course affected you too. The home office is not to blame. Company Nanka, they should have complied with the rules. Not Omanyano. They are to blame, unfortunately. But home office, near Omudi everybody said, Minister would me from beginning now. Omudi information via Basse. There's a company or there's a Department for Health and Social Care. Department for Health and Social Care. This is a department that funds 15 international recruits regional partnership across England and Wales. London email address london.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. London.internationalrecruits RECURITS at Camden CAMDEN.gov.uk. Home Office for say you revoke your sponsorship license, not affect you. You can contact this organization to see if they can get you another sponsorship license. At least Home Office have tried to help people who are in this situation to move on to another sponsorship license. But Home Office cannot be blamed. The same way you cannot blame your wife's father for your wife not giving birth, you cannot blame the Home Office for issuing a sponsorship license to a company that hasn't complied with the requirements, which has led to the license being revoked. Unfortunately, not much can be done with the Home Office. Thank you.
Okay, all right. It's you, Kola.
Hello, lawyer. If I can be saying, Busa say, so no be awale or a British born.
Papa, Maminka, who person says what worry? Wow.
You're about 2.5.
Hello, Utie no. Tie lawyer the Okano.
Who says what worry? And yes, why you worry? What worry? Is that right?
Yeah, my wale.
Okay, Pajo to us, mommy.
Mama, no mama, 2.5. Na akase kwa ko renew. Pese me requirement na uko renew a ubehia asa na
what me a renew.
What me renew no.
Me that say 1, marriage certificate. 2, copy of your passport. 3, copy of your wife's passport. 4, copy of your biometric card and a permit. 5, also, when you have 6 months pay slips. 6, 6 months bank statement. 7, P60. 8, English language requirement, level A2. 9, over here, proof of address for 2 years. 10, tenancy agreement. These are the documents you need, plus 1 or 2 additional ones, but proof of address, no, you have to need, when you have documents from 3 different sources: gas, water, electricity, TV license, maybe insurance documents, 3 from your side, 3 from a body side, bring it all together, total of 6, together with Nema Maposono, with the application. Now, I don't see why the application will be refused. Thank you.
Lawyer, na once I try and call, so we all share live, away a live program na man that screen so no yen said and che onim say me lawyer about there yen che bisa it's all be up so bisa na obet me bisa ntem na man na wo screen so no save e wo phone so na free only WhatsApp call o free na on lawyer akasa wo question be up so bisa but say share comment section na o person o ma contact be on this particular question na o answer na o person o ma the contact be o said then na course na start to say
I will say Nadam for their application to the Home Office July 2024. Unfortunately, decision M mind Davena Obenya decision. And I mean Manitias here said there's a huge delay at our Home Office with regards to this EU SS applications. The name of amount telephone number be for Home Office. Home Office telephone number. Home Office, yes. Already. Okay. Okay, there's a number here 0300. Who tell me about your number? 0300 123 2253. 0300 123 2253. A second number is 0207 035 4848. 0207 035 4848. A third number is 0300 790 6268. 0300 790 6268. Who press that number here, tell them you want to speak with the EUSS line. EUSS line and our contact. Set If it is not any of this, they will give you the EUSS line directly to speak with them. Catch them say why application as far back as July. Unfortunately, won't take a month. You want to know the update. They are very nice people, extremely very nice people. On the EU lines, they are very, very polite. They will give you updates as to near air course. Why? Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too, Natibongo. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Kindly want to know how to link e-visa to passport as passport has no chip in it. Yes, you have to go online. Go online. Now, when you do that, you take a picture. It's a different process. And now, wait, me friend, my office no on Monday. Frisla is there. Sarah is there. Frisla will Sarah will Mr. Amwa ɛwɔ hɔ, Lawyer Amwa wɔ hɔ, Paula ɛwɔ hɔ. Ɔmo they'll take you through the process. Preferably, if you go to the office, ɔmɛtumi aboa. On the phone, sometimes it's not very helpful because there are phone calls ringing back and forth. So, wokɔ hɔ in person, they will do all the administrative things. Normal YAML, you can link it up without any problems. Thank you. Julius Nyangonia, hello. I want to apply for school in the UK. I want to know if there is any change in school application. Not that I am aware of. So what I would advise that you can contact the universities you want to apply to with regards to the course you want to read. Check the cost for the course you want to pursue, and of course, if you can prove that you have the funds available, you'll be issued with your CAS cards, and with that, you are able to apply for your student visa to come to study in the UK. Thank you.
Okay, call ATO.
Okay, you're from Joe. Based in Croydon. Earlier, caller, the question be obside. No, or say, Home Office, why issues license and companies, COS. I'm recruiting profile, but later along the line, they found out say they couldn't meet the criteria and as a requirement, so they had to revoke it. So how then does that affect only who explanation now? Lawyer, I'm saying now, I'm saying, how should it suffer from that? Because no, only Mushi, the Home Office has researched and issued the license, so it shouldn't take retrospective effect. Say about the cancer, only Mushi, you issued the license and you said it was genuine, and then you issued the license, and then based on that, only the higher recruitment. So how then that this person suffer? And then secondly, my question is that if you are a spouse of EU national, indefinitely, can you go solo to bring your children from outside, like say from Ghana or wherever? So two questions.
All right, thank you very much. That's very interesting.
To sum up, first one, it's a follow-up on
somebody else's question. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Officer revoking license, and then people, that is pure injustice because Nipano only Mushi, who issue a license to someone and Nipan de Akoye, that's a people later finding out who say who Nipano suffer. It's I don't know, but there should be a way out.
Yeah, that's a lawyer, you know.
That's it. But maybe when this up to maybe information be to a Department for Health and Social Care. They sponsor or they fund 15 international recruitment regional partnerships. So because Home Office are provided this contact, we will be you are affected by this revocation of your sponsor's license. You can contact them, and this company will try and get you another sponsor. That is london.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. That is london.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. But I'm going to go back to the question. The Home Office on one position is said at the time, yeah, the company no sponsorship license no. You check your books, you check your records. You who said they meet all the requirements at the time. The sponsorship license. Apart from that, there are requirements SSA meet from time to time. One, keeping records of Ejuma Udima, the employees, attendance, how many hours they work, how much you pay them, and different requirements. Company edu nipayaba, no problem. But along the way, the company the home office is not going after the employee. It's going after the employer for not complying with the requirements. And anything that affects the sponsor affects the employee. Unfortunately, se omuchi employer the license because they are not compliant with the requirements, then it affects the employee as well. Megidisa Home Office firm who said it is not being fair, and that is why they are now providing this outlet. Say, we will be so now we are affected. Contact the DHSC, Department for Health and Social Care, for them to assist you in getting another company to work with. It's unfortunate, it's unfair, but that is what it seems to be at the moment. At least Home Office Air provided some assistance, in other words, for people to go ahead and get a different sponsor. Thank you. Now, spouse, what we are you name, what worry, no nyanya indefinite leave to remain. Is it possible, sir, the spouse let me find a dependence about as long as Udasu married to the EU national, over here EU nationals no need documents to support your application. Over here, copy of the passport, proofs that Odasu ewo krum ha. And yes, necessary, but Odasu ewo krum ha. And the bank statement, I just said there's activity going on in the account, and our pay slips or juma, and our supporting documents. In other words, utility documents to show Odasu ewo ha. With these supporting documents and evidence, over to me application na umaba. Of course, over here EU national no ni pre-settled status letter and the reference number I just unpack Okruma. So whilst you are still married to the EU national, you can't bring your children, excluding the EU nationals supporting documents. By all means, as I said, holding in Yamano, I just said you are still a family member, and son of the woman who pursue your man also as family members of the EU national. It is easier that way if you have all the supporting documents. And yes, sir, you have to wait until you get your indefinite. And if you are no longer with the EU national, you apply to bring your children to join you. That is if they are under 18 years, and you'll be paying about 5,200 per applicant for the home office fee and IHS before they can even come. Or no, that's I'm not giving the right confirmation. You have to pay about home office fee about £1,990 per applicant. Because they are coming with indefinite, they may not have to pay the IHS. So you pay at least £2,000 for each child. Meanwhile, we are under the EU rules now. You don't have to incur any cost with the Home Office in terms of application fee. So yes, you will need the EU nationals documents to support your application. Yeah.
Next caller, it's you. Hello. It's you. Position who you got? On network ni break. It's you. Where mute you one? Check your phone. So where mute you phone? Hello.
Hello.
I'm back to you.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe so we kakra we dey idea me divert me media ne kakra bi. Maybe so me issue nyina ne say me the student ne buy. Na me ba be do we baby am kokko tena no. Betua me bibia me dem rent me dan to me bibia. Not knowing say if you really me water bill. me cry me nya way me to a free one me tie na me benya leti say judgment aba say water bill ye default ama ye de atom your friends and me bank files so ti me person be say lawyer there na me ya fa ho be ti ma clear side.
Okay.
Now, what a shame. Now, Uchian utility bill ni be all inclusive of Nia Uchiana.
Me pa try and bibia all inclusive.
Okay. Nia when said you have to challenge it. If you have to go to court, you have to respond. Now, that tenancy agreement and our documents via some landlord name sign. It just said all utilities are inclusive, which means you should not be paying water bills separate. Challenge it to court. Just don't let it lie. And yes, I have a doubt with files, so let's sell record. To take it to court, challenge them, respond to them.
Side and they say, oh, say, yeah, baby, do for say na obi na eboa wo apɛ baabi ama watena ne data yi de enti tenancy agreement no ambe mama ne nsa hanka ɛno na ɛsɛ abɛyɛ me challenge pa.
Well, but evidence for also trying rent there.
Me patwa na me tua free me bank account me nti no transfer bi a metua man bia no records.
What records? One na we students I was out here.
Me patwa if you on me two and any student or but other guys or one man still na almost so tena ho na almost tua all inclusive.
Yes. So challenge it, and if you can bring the other people to all witness and now to testify, say all these years they all pay this amount. There has not been anything excluding the rent. Everything is inclusive. Take it on. However, it will come out. It will come out and it will come down. Otherwise, however, tariff will have a sell record. So if there is any contact, any link, any right of appeal, anything you have to write to the court or wherever the summons is coming from, please respond to it ASAP. Do a chronological write up. Number one, I came to this country on so and so date. Number two, I came as a student visa with a visa from this date to this date. Number three, I went to this house and in the oral agreement, this is what the person said that all your rent, everything is inclusive. Number four, all other students or other people in the house have all paid the same thing or this amount, and it is inclusive of utility bills. Number five, on this and so date, I got this letter from these people claiming that I owe. Six, this I want to challenge this because my rental or my rental agreement or my rent is inclusive of it. Set it out step by step to challenge it, and I'm sure they will let it drop. Okay. DJ. DJ Nyami. I hear they have canceled
lawyer mame pakola nansa na ya yewe ena bi mu also a mesra musamo frɛ a o question na o de ba no ye ne one enye so be frɛ na wakɔ aba one line ye isu na o san frɛ biom wa ba second o san be frɛ biom esa na lawyer na e block e bu so chance nti wo ba question na wo no prepare unim so o bisa question 1 2 3 we bisa na no yi wa no bi fufuro so aba bobu ofre na okoba na person san frɛ biom na okoba o block we say line so ye ba ko pɛ me ba cho ye ma wakɔ aba etie o
we dey mpacho me da si o lawyer mpacho na me bisa say o sponsor somebody oba ye revoke your license na wunya foforo before new rules na obetumi dey akofa ma every Ghana aba na
possible so wait to me depending on code now one health and care for no codes be or why want to me enkofa when them say I think 11th of March 2024 almost the law for by to restrict more health and care for energy. We have SOC 2020 we have I think it's 61 35 61 36 61 45 61 46 SOC 2020 and SOC 2010 so what's our quote in this one want to make encofa with dependence Emma unless You were already on that code, and you have moved to another sponsor, and you are still on the same code. That is different. But so a different code, so and as I say, no, we're back 6135 6136 6145 6146 this one. In that case, you cannot bring your dependents to join you here.
Okay, yet you. Lawyer too.
Okay. Lawyer, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, lawyer, good evening.
Yet
you.
What the party can be Busa say, we EU near. After the Senate, I'm here for a day. Now, Pacho say, we EU near. At this time, we bet about the try UK Juma.
Still no bet me about over here sponsor because the deadline now can say about them register a trim. But so when you sponsor a dear health and care for EB, and construction work, and accounting, and IT, no more sponsorship. I'm betting me sponsor more now about Juma. But over 5 years sponsorship route, so Uma as an EU national, Uba as a worker. Na Vietnam. Unfortunately, you form run abetwam atwam sɛ nti afei na wo ba and ɛnyɛ possible sɛ wetumi afa yiyu mmara no so na wode atena kurom ha anaa sɛ woyɛ yiyu ni wowɔ hɔ na wowɔ yiyu ni foforɔ wɔ kurom ha a wopɛ sɛ ɔware wo a ɔbɛtumi aware wo aba but ɛno nso yɛde UK mmara ɛna ɛbɛhwɛ ɛnyɛ yiyu mmara na ɔmode ɛbɛhwɛ. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. DJ Nyame.
Yes, you. Lawyer too.
Oh, hello. Good evening. You. DJ Nyame. Idamasipa ni ejuma papa mu Nyame shira oni lawyer nyina. Yeda lawyers. DJ Nyame, me question kakra me woni se BTS abrantie bi freye. Na the question no yeah about COS where home office revoke. Na me de me how ne say me dependent. Na lawyer ma eyi nkɔfo bi mu sɛ wobɛtumi akɔ mo hɔ na ɔmbɛboa wo na ɔmama wo new oyi bi a sponsor wo sɛ dɛn nti bibisa sɛ as me a memeyɛ dependent no me so mɛtumi akɔ hɔ bi anaa sɛ dɛn. That's my question. Meda mo ase pa nyame nhyira mo.
Yo, ɔnhyɛ wo nso wobɛtumi akɔ hɔ bi ideally nka sponsor no na main applicant no na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔkɔ but look, you don't lose anything. You don't lose anything. Department for Health and Social Care, support from the DHSC, Department for Health and Social Care. They sponsor international recruitment organizations, 15 different big organizations. And my email address, london.internationalrecruits@camden.gov.uk. Please contact them. Please contact, whether you're a dependent or you're the main applicant, please. The worst they can say is no. They won't kill you. Just go ahead, contact them. You never know. You might be fortunate. Now wait me on your sponsorship for pro, and then you move on. Okay. Hello, good evening, Kwame Kusi, Mr. Kusi. I hear they cancelled every 2.5 years visa to 5 years visa. It's not true. It is not true. 2.5 is still 2.5. 5 years is still 5 years. 10-year route is still 10-year route. Or 10-year route, Niswa, we're 2.5 plus 2.5, now you're 5 years, plus another 2.5, now you're 7.5 years, and another 2.5, now you're 10-year route. So when you're in work for indefinite. And now, first 2.5 years, now I'm moving to 5-year route, you do 2.5 and 2.5 on the 5-year route. Total of 5 years, work for indefinite leave to remain. It is not true. Set Omar cancel the 2.5 and the 5 years. It is inaccurate. Robbie Boateng, hello. Good evening. How can my girlfriend with a British passport help me get my settlement as an overstay in the UK if she's not ready to give birth? Oh, Robbie, unfortunately, if she's not ready to give birth, then there's not much you can do whilst you're in the UK. you may want to go back. That is, someone warrior, wait me out to Ghana, no have application, assign up a back. But once I want UK there, Sabo friend him, and now Yaribi, any serious circumstance, in other words, insurmountable obstacle be anyone, and the end possible whilst I UK, particularly say was signally war, it's not possible. You have to do it from outside before you can come back. Thank you. Baby Cobra, if you do surrogacy in Ghana, how do I go about to bring my child to the UK? Well, surrogacy, there are different, very interesting laws that surround surrogacy in from outside the UK. Now, say Papano, who now British citizenship, and now my men know British citizenship. Momo Bang, and who has the citizenship? Your banu na wano ko Ghana ana obema no na odi ni sperm akoma for donation for the child to be born, the egg, etc., etc. We need to know all of this. But ultimately, se papano ena ewo the citizenship, of course, we are able to apply after the child is born. The rules on surrogacy, when the child is born, we want all the documentations to show when the mother was in Ghana, when they took his sperm, when the child was conception took place, what role he has played, how many times he has been there, what correspondence he has with the child's mom. They look at all of this to make sure that the child is your child. What is the ticket to show that you were in Ghana? What is the evidence of money transfer? What is the evidence of maybe the antenatal when the mother was in Ghana for antenatal, etc., etc. You've been there, pictures you've taken with the child. We need all of this. And once it is established that you are the father or the mother of this child, certainly we are able to use the surrogacy rules to apply for the child to come, either as a British citizen or to join you here in the UK. But majority of the time, Sabo Fran Papa a British and Animami a British, the child gets their British passport to come to join you here in the UK. Yes.
All
right. Good evening. Good evening, lawyer.
Good evening, Papa.
Nice one. Okay. My e-visa no one.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, my e-visa no. And it's like we'll say biometric way no ebe expire 31st.
Yes.
Now say man link e-visa no to my passport na 31st no so na biometric no expire. Can I still link it after the expiry date?
Oh, yes, they have given an extension to 31st of March 2025, so you still have some time, right?
Despite that, the biometric has expired, I can still link it to my passport.
Yes, yes. That is why the extension comes in up to 31st of March 2025. So 31st of March would have been the deadline for everybody. But because there are some people who are still struggling or haven't done it, that is why the government has given an extension. The Home Office has given an extension of up to 31st of March 2025. So yes, even after 31st, you can still go ahead and do it.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's fine. After 31st of March, can I still use the biometric card to look for a job?
Of course, you should be.
After 31st of December, no, I can still use the biometric card, the expired one.
December, you say I'm my extension. Maybe I'll join the and chair and what Claire say. Yeah, the 31st of March. It's 31st of December. What I say.
And so you can still look for job.
And it's 31st of December.
Matthias, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So lawyer now answer BB so frame na e be obi gina so e be ya miss call me throw back. So we the frame na katia me san throw back. Don't worry. But lawyer now ma me pick you. Hello.
Hello DJ. Good evening.
Good evening Yetio.
Yeah, madam me want official panso.
I've been going back to you. I've been saying it in Quim. Yeah,
one. Oh, amen. Edamasi ni Adwumapa mo ye boa Ghana man. I o dey spread now.
Okay, lawyer to you.
DJ Madama, na me bisa say, me dependent na, inipa na me ba na me hu no. On obi na ye man na ye bedru no. Me hu no na me bisa say, my biometric no, e-visa ma link ya ma me no, metimi akọ Ghana ba. Ena na me bisa.
Okay, lawyer.
Well, for me, in situations like this, if it is not, it's not like oxygen. Going to Ghana is not like oxygen. You need it to breathe. If it is not life and death, I would say be very, very, very careful. Very careful because Connie, they wait me alcohol. But I oh, bar one machine papa, border hona. Who could share border force for immigration officer be now started to service questions about the yiri ejuma be no ye he na mo ye ejuma address ni ne keka ka ho na ana mpo of course so me pese me ne yiri ne kasa ana employer ne kasa one sha na edin se bebre aba and anything I make say if going to Ghana is not like oxygen, in other words it is a must, it's a necessity. Make I say twen kakra na sorti wo ho gina wa wo ho so be independent and you will call now ba a bisa questions via why would we more question if going to Ghana is not a necessity, it's not a must, it's not a life and death, make us say Mr. Chenkakra until say you are sorted. Yes.
Okay, yetio, Andy, Kola. Hello.
Yeah.
Yetio, lawyer Tio.
Lawyer Memoju.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate Panzo.
We lawyer, you made me friend and your bonny now. Me busa say, Nipana, you're in the buy, you know. One man I will say, own renew MIA. And let me busa say, as a dependent, no, how better not my first a renew while own visa, but in case you are.
Yeah, help and care, Debiana.
Me ba try care the any other room.
Care DB, Mr. Ross, over to me, I share sponsorship for fra, any Mr. Ross, train, yes, I will trains are not time is soon you're not or so near my was so very shit. And then it may the contact be to her, may the contact be to her. So one try nature, London dot international recruits at camden.gov.uk. London as in LONDON dot international INTERNATIONAL recruits RECURITS at Camden CAMDEN .gov.uk. Email them and now go on their website, take their telephone number, call them, speak to somebody, tell them we need sponsorship because this is the situation that you are in. You might be fortunate now on one pay sponsorship amount. Now what shift it at their call. And yes, sir, it's a time this soon. Now we need sponsor. Depending on the mobile so also renew my one. Ɛbɛma w'aso ahye papa nti mesrɛ wɔ abɔmmɔden na yɛ ho adwuma ɛnɛ ne ɛkyina ɛne anyway yɛawa.
Okay. And Bacho yetio. Where you?
Me Pacho, DJ, your friend me Juliet.
Hello, Mama Juliet.
Me Pacho, your friend Juliet.
Yo, Mama Juliet.
For you not to make be confused, you know, TV now show also no lower volume no and mute no. Why?
Dependent.
Feedback.
I'm Pacho.
Oh, say TV so to mute no. Feedback. It's lawyer till why?
Yo, me Pacho. Me a dependent na me indefinite. Intina may apply for British passport because my sponsor na yet British. But also when you be like me next step I mean take care me to me enya British passport internal visa lawyer.
Okay, and who do you need a Ariana?
If I try.
Now I'm not okay. Now, sir, someone you're yet. Are you?
Hello.
Are you divorced or are you still married?
I a quine no be so, but and yet papa.
Are you answer? Please answer my question. Are you divorced or you are still married?
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, divorce.
Okay. As long as you're a British citizen, no, Samuntam at the Timpua, you are still a spouse of a British citizen. And under Section 6, Schedule 1, 2, or even 1 1 of the British Nationality Act now, I say, sir, who indefinite, what me at for 3 years before you even got your indefinite, and you are still married to the British citizen, you can apply for your British citizenship immediately. You can apply to naturalize as a British citizen immediately. Won't hear BBR from him, apart from his name, date of birth, etc., etc. You are not going to add his passport copy or anything to this application. His details, I believe that he's your husband and you have those details already. So go ahead and apply. You have all these details. Do the naturalization. But set and no anye juma, then what you have to do is just wait for 1 year on top of the indefinite. Now I a total of 6 years. In that case, you don't need his supporting evidence anymore. You can go ahead and make your application on your own without any difficulties. Now, sir, we application here beside sir, are you married? If you are still married, you take yes. If you are not and you are separated, you take separated and you put that information there and you move ahead with your application. Okay?
Me patch you. Me that's be brave.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So lawyer, you to us for hey, I think I'm for charge you. Hello.
Oh, good evening,
Good
DJ.
evening. Oh, I think come back to you. Lawyer to you.
Me pacho, you pay me Mike. Get the a year been a buy, a pay been a buy, but unfortunately, we will pay the lands, we dependent. But lady Nanya, a year or year, it's ma or year. And yes, and yes, almost sponsor. I mean, because a bit to me, every new year, as a time is one.
Unfortunately, over here sponsorship. I'm not on over here sponsorship. When you sponsorship, now we know I'm over together. But say Juma or year, I'm on the sponsorship license, then that will not help your case. You need a company, or she needs a company that has sponsorship license that you can both move to that. But if you're working elsewhere or anywhere and they don't have sponsorship license, that becomes a difficulty. You can't migrate onto that. Okay.
I mean,
About a lawyer to you.
Yo, nyame nhyira mo ne adwuma pa a moyɛ.
Nhyɛ so mania. Yeah, Tio.
Hello, DJ Nyame nhyira mo ne adwuma pa a moyɛ.
Yeah, Tio.
Nhyɛ so.
So second time I'll ban a third time.
Ɛyɛ nokorɛ second time nokorɛ.
Yeah, Tio.
Lawyer ka asɛm bi wɔ ho ɛna ɔkyerɛ baabi a wobɛtumi anya COS a wobɛtumi ayɛ den aswitch on de ayɛ adwuma. Ɛna mebisa sɛ pane sɛ me sɛsi a na me so meyɛ dependent a mewɔ bi so anka mepɛ COS a me ne company yɛ adwuma a m'ani sɔ no megye COS na mɛtumi any company na yɛ adwuma still anaasɛ biribi a mekɔgye COS no ɛhɔ a na ɛwɔ sɛ mekɔyɛ adwuma na menka mo ho na monyɛ adwuma meda mo ase.
That's it. So when you new COS, as I say, when a new company, no, na ever yejuma. Want to mean ya? Want to mean the old company, then yejuma. Whilst you now have a new COS, because when you new COS, as what they call home office. Now, I'm sitting based on the new COS, and you have to move to the new sponsor. Why?
But lawyer, me who is me study nyama bigger cra. me want to say your problem kese pa I will you kese see I nuanom a ya cancel we are almost 60 days or more free chroma. And what does any problem pa me say
problem.
For amount for can one 70 and ba bibi say I no ka o ma feel like say no obo hu ebi mu na me hu bi wo TikTok na ebi mu dada o mu na say na ebi mu stories dey obi aka ne dey obi twi camera say no ka dey up instead of obi tie bibi say wo hu say oh okay bibi say no say na say nti obo hu say we fa na we say na why ko funi e man for obo say ebi mu confused ni ade but it's so unfortunate say BBC but now we check guidelines maybe say anka we send me sir obetimi send me sir email fan to screen so na e bia dey obo na ebi mu ntimi catch up
okay
obo email bi any say contact number bi o say email bi o say then na
me type them on to see
yeah na me fan to screen so say na be ya omo betimi atro mo and say this maybe who knows it might help because when we say issue no a problem a problem pa okay lawyer we are now taking some of the comments course na the ba jan kind of
Mate
we are now taking comments no kakra na yen check amount for questions.
Yo, and the London International Recruits at camden.gov.uk. Masene Adi Amal. Now that is the company. All right. If you are under Ukraine sponsor scheme and the main lady is not living in the UK, is it possible you will be removed when it expires? Well, under all circumstances, Sir Obia sponsor wa, it is expected that the sponsor, the main sponsor, should meet some conditions. And if it is a requirement that the sponsor in this case must be in the UK for you to depend on Onono, Nasa Oniha, then certainly that would affect you if your leave expires. So go back to the conditions and see whether it is a requirement set the sponsor, the Ukrainian national, must be in the UK. If so, then to Niha, that can affect you. But Antisa, then you should be fine. Or if we look at it in terms of the GU, etc., there are ways of retaining right of residence. Or if the EU national is out of the UK for more than 5 years, that can affect you. But if it's less than 5 years and they have settled or pre-settled status, then of course that should not affect you if it is less than 5 years. Nana Sewa Akosia Bonsu, hi. Can one be successful with fee waiver for a child in Ghana if one is on benefit and does not work? Yes. Yes, it is possible to be successful with a fee waiver for a child in Ghana. Yeah, ama some parents has been successful. And if you're on benefit, and no plan actually say only scar would be share about front applications need be it is possible, sir. Over to me. Anya with me anya sponsorship. Anya fee waiver no nowadays. I application amount over. Yes. What is it?
Lawyer, I feel say you take 1 or 2 billion signing out. In a time now, so and a time no quite swab because of pause.
Yes.
But before I be signing out, to me the email no be boy and better screen so it is one thing you know what you lawyer ain't taking and signing out.
Prisla Boateng, a friend of mine resigned from his sponsored employer and searching for another sponsorship. How long can he stay in the country without a sponsorship? So as long as Home Office have not written to no say on your preparation now fit and now as long as employer not and Home Office notice say we feel now on no say on fit here. Normally they give them 60 days say on fit so sana here and yeah over to me at them share another sponsorship if the Home Office have not been notified by the sponsor, by the employer, And if the Home Office have not written to her to leave the UK within 60 days or look for another option, then no problem. What I realize now is that you revoke employer and sponsorship license in Home Office does not straight away give 60 days. Ombachro Akacho said your sponsor's license has been revoked. You are one of the people who have been affected. Until your leave is still valid until you receive a letter from another department from the Home Office. Until it take another 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you never know. At least not all the firm should share another sponsorship. So I can't say how long it will take. All I can say is as soon as possible, manage to share employer for fraud to move on to that. Good evening, Douglas Bridget. Hi. I have 3 kids in the UK here with a 2.5-year visa. Can I switch to that visa of my kids? But unfortunately, I'm not married with my wife, and she also has 2.5 visa. Well, you can switch to your kids, and no problem. If your kids have, I don't know if the kids have 2.5 or okay. Let me say I have 3 kids in the UK here with 2.5 years visa. Okay, so the children also have 2.5 years visas, and you also have 2.5 years. You can apply, but it will be under HRO, human right, outside of the rules. Niente Amicas and said, you haven't told me if the kids, any of them is 7 years old. If any of them is 7 years old, then you can apply under the rule. But if the child is or the children are not British, they are not 7 years old, or one at least one is not 7 years old, then you can't come under the rule. You have to be outside the rule. And therefore, my advice is, if you want to see on the 2.5 years, say how you're more stable, please remain there until at least one of your kids is 7 years. And they will switch here. You are switching under the rules. Appendix PL for the child and Appendix FM section LTRPT for yourself. That is what the law says. Save Ghana TV, yes, Save Ghana indeed. Can a care worker without benefit on public funds be successful with fee waiver for 2 kids? Care worker without benefit on public funds be successful for a fee waiver for 2 kids. Fee waiver is based on whether you are destitute or if you pay the fee, you become destitute. And you see destitute, I just said, unya sika nto biane ndi, ana unya sika and rent dying for any woman. And do a care worker, unji benefit, sika se na uji. Let's assume you take £2,000. Just example, okay? It could be less, but let's say you take £2,000. Would you £2,000? Way saying to rent, saying if the rent is £900, I can't say 1,001. Maybe you have a 2-bedroom because only more friend or warranty. 2-bedroom entry and more 1,001. Diane saying if you 550, 1,001 minus 550. Let's say even 600 for you and the 2 kids. That's you left with £500. £500, gas, water, electricity, travel, sikanasa. In that case, even though you can't we did £2,000, no, you have nothing left. Such a person may qualify for fee waiver. Okay? Open so 1,005. The rent is 350. Duane 250. Ni aka no 1,000 plus. That sanipa no fee waiver. So it depends on your expenditure compared to your income. That is what we use to make the assessment to determine whether you be eligible or you qualify for a fee waiver or not, and not necessarily because of the amount of money you receive or whether or not you are receiving benefit right now or you intend to do that later. It depends on how much you earn and how much you spend. We put it alongside to determine so. DJ.
Yeah, time now so etwemu kura ma yedi bia to so but me hu say comment ne ba na eba na course no so mbese mu frɛ mo nyame adoma next week e betua so but so hu ya bibia lawyer ka me mo hwɛ email na me dey to screen so na lawyer say mo ya cancel mo that the COS are mo here sponsors and anya sa
Yes.
yes mo intro to email na screen so no london.internationalrecruits@that
Camden.gov.uk.
and it was our email address we to natural mo yes say sponsors amount nti sharp
clean. No cobra, I mean, all those, it's ombanyama, clean, no commitments. Yeah, BBR, waiver, na yet, David. Your name, your date of birth, your address, your email them, tell them, sir, your sponsor's license has been revoked and you've been asked to contact them by the Home Office and they will take it up for you ASAP. Follow up.
ɛno no mo follow up wobɛtumi contact wise mass solicitors nso number na wo screen so na mede to so sisia no lawyer ɛna yɛde abegu yɛde 2024 abegu sisia no yɛbɛhyia biom di a nyame yɛ adom a 2025 na yɛhyia wɔ ase I mean last message bi mo office location the opposite who can be a medase and I'm one friend and muti in Medamase.
Medase, a wise smart solicitors, suit 8 to 9 the print house. 8 to 9 the print house. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, London, E8 3DL. Suit 8 to 9 the print house. 8 to 9 Ashwin 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. 8 to 9 the print house. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, London, E8 3DL. Telephone numbers 079 31 042. 079 31 042. Office number 0208 0165 384. Office number again is 0208 0165 384. Your Dawson Junction, behind the McDonald's, close to the Dawson Market. Uduwa, Ufra, any of these numbers, you will direct you to the office. Yedaubiase, Megidi say a summary of all that has gone on and what we expect next year. Yederadiasi said, Washe and so I will permanent 4 days. Now, year 2024. No overexcitement, moderation. Now, it's my prayer that 2025 will be a good year for all of us. Near accidents and incidents, Yame and money and chum, money and man, and a money and man yadofonomonso. That together we can go through the year. All our fans, SVTV fans, listeners, watchers, callers, those who send messages, we appreciate you. We are very grateful for your lives, and we pray that 2025 will be a good year for all of us. DJ Nyami, I want to use this opportunity to especially say thank you. I appreciate you. I thank you. Why are dear? You serve our community. You serve our country. God bless you. May Jesus say, next year, if you share more, Mr. Oyabra more. Why? Thank you.
Lawyer, I'm telling you, I say wise man solicitors now telling can every Fridays be from 5:30 to 7. And then the course film say end the year no. Into my mama fresh kama. We fresh na into me and fire me aduma next week, you know. No afre no question but I'm numbers, office numbers ne the mobile number na screen so I will share no betimi contact no and now mo so ya say I cancel mo sponsorship no lawyer the update abremo email in the good screen so no throw to na obey then also contact your mo you don't know just contact your mo Sana lawyer kind of try the same format na might not know say ebiana when ya we anti montro madam asemo mo hwe no ye de afi 2024 no abewe break kakra but me ne lawyer na break final anti wo hwe ya 24th na me ka chem say break 25th na me buy na me mama for friend no mo wish mo nkro for merry christmas ni ade this year me so yenso ya ji ahome kakra first week in January, I heard you tell the whole year back and forth, videos, back. Hey, so I mean, I do my 2025 January. Now, yeah, shall say. Two person by me shows, me the media stories is here and there. Waha, only mobile person by me shows. So, my numbers there, and you know, I been a one frame is so you two numbers spec 0244 790902 and 0240677898. Oko YouTube channel, I numbers they go through. And one no contact me obetimi aba now so abe share maybe I will be across the world from Ghana maybe I will be I mean you be adding come you from obia I mean so follow the program no YouTuber obesua life obesua nyama bebre na be mo to anamon and into positive thing we say obi on na see but you have to listen from the lawyer so many grounds on obe child obe bobu ane be so camera no di amount for control ade oh Charlie sad anyway omo aso betie medam asemo am join na nyina medam ase sementimi ankan mama lawyer ankan we na fa chen time no de me de jala no bebre aka ho with 30 minutes na aka ho inti baby cobra me da say wo share na me mama shout out me fear for me mama shout out lady sister thank you so much love center me da say boache me da say aficha pan komo obia mo share nya save Ghana TV me da say Douglas Bedu me da say Lukman Kasim thank you so much for joining Priscilla Boateng Emmanuel Amako me da say Frank ONP me da say Matthias Frempong me da say boache me da say Tony Kwache me da say Amazing Grace, big shout out to you, SVT Africa fan back here from US. Nice one. Richard Asare, thank you so much. Kingsford, Japan, me that say. Amazing Grace, okay, happy holidays to my two favorite people. May God bring may 2025 brings you good health and more blessings. Okay, watching from Yankee America, me that say. Bobby D, thank you so much for joining us. Daniel Bacha, me that say. Salome Kwe, thank you so much. You can't do Ghana, you dey chill. I know. Enjoy, eh? Enjoy and do the job well. Ekum jeke at the press. Nana Sewa Akosua Bonsu. Big shout out to you. Richard Sego, me that say. Isaac Nkrumah, me that say. Ewiase Abrabomunsem. Thank you so much for joining. Robbie Boachi, me that say. Kwame Kusi, me that say. Julius, me that say. Julius Nyangongla, me that say. Nati Bongo, big shout out to you. Kwame Abradu, me that say. Prince, me that say. Prince Fiazigbe, Ana Fiazigbe, Mamboni Yafachemi. Me that say. Madam Asamo joining SVTV Africa. Mo share you big shout out to Munya. Madam Asamo. Mo subscribe to your channel SVTV Africa, SVTV International, SVTV Africa Foundation, SVTV Sports. Soon you be activity you see wonderful things. I the be more. Madam Asamo follow you. Now I'm share videos no. And I'm subscribe to your channel so on ya. Yami sha Munya. Yami ado my be share 2025 Madam Ase.
Your favorite way to send money to Ghana is back. We're excited to announce that Tap Send is back and better than ever. After a brief pause, we are happy to resume our mission of providing fast, affordable, and secure money transfers to Ghana. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Tap Send is working power. And remember, tell your loved ones abroad to send money through Tap Send to stand a chance to win big in the December Sambra promo. Tap Send. Papa no.
Make we chop small. Delight Cocoa.
Delight Cocoa, the authentic, original taste of African porridge. Available in all African and Caribbean shops. Delight Cocoa. Ah, a day.